I am in the house with my co-host, the Chat.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Friday Patreon Appreciation Day. I appreciate y'all coming out, rocking out with me on this wonderful Friday afternoon. First Friday of spring, y'all. It's going to get warm out here, you know, so people going to start acting a little bit crazy. Y'all know how it is. First couple of warm days, I don't even go outside. I keep my ass inside because the sun is out, the guns is out, and I'm not trying to be caught up in nobody's cross. And people just be acting stupid. Like I was in downtown Brooklyn today. There was a pack of like 25 to 30 young teenagers, freaking just up to no good, just running up and down the block, messing with the freaking terminal. Like they got this terminal that gives like Wi-Fi, and you can do emergencies from it. They was all huddled around. I don't see exactly what they was doing, but they wasn't calling for help. Like, but you know what I mean? I'm just minding my business. But when I came back out from doing what I was doing, 2 cops were sitting there just like moving them up the block, like herding them like freaking sheepdogs, you know what I mean? And like they would split off into factions, and the cops just herd them all back. Just go. They're like, where we gonna go? It's like, I don't know, just go somewhere else. Like there's gonna be a problem wherever they was looking for trouble. But hey, that's what that age does. Like, especially when they ain't got nowhere to go. But there was a lot of them. Like, when it's that many, something happens, man. All right, it's Patreon Appreciation Day. Let's get this in, y'all. They added oldest. Okay, this is the first stuff that was added to this list. This list is actually 2 years old. It used to be Patreon list 2024. So there's stuff that's been added to this list from 2024. So check this out, y'all. See what we got. Like ham banana? Looks like ham banana. All right, this is Stoney featuring Oblio and Sign One. Okay. I don't know who added this. I have no idea who added this. Let's listen though. I feel like I want to blame Candy without even listening to it. Without initially listening to it, and she's driving, so I don't even want her to reply right now. No texting and no texting and driving. But I feel like I want to blame Candy for this one. Okay. Oh, shout out to Mel going Lami.
Fellas eating LSD or selling it for only pellets. Hell, it's not much bread. For the trip to the deepest depths of space and backspace. That no caps lock, conscious is dead. If I could take all of this nonsense in my head and trade it in for 2 cents to give instead, I'd give my headspace back to that lead-based paint chip eating kid Steven. Then we'd be even Stevens leaving breadcrumbs on my.
Okay, I'm listening. I like his scheme. I like his flow. It's gonna be another situation where I wish it was mixed better, so that the vocals were more legible. You know, I often make that complaint, and I don't know if it's me being too picky or it's the type of music that us as the Safrez Squad like. I think a lot of this underground music has this issue. You don't hear that shit with no Drake and Kendrick Lamar, because their shit is polished perfectly to sell millions. But there's stuff that's probably produced by the artist, for the artist, with the artist, you know. It's gonna have imperfections. But I'm still listening.
LSD or selling it for only pellets. Hell, it's not much bread. For the trip to the deepest depths of space and backspace. That no caps lock, conscious is dead. If I could take all of this nonsense in my head and trade it in for 2 cents to give instead, I'd give my headspace back to that lead-based paint chip eating kid Steven. Then we'd be even Stevens leaving breadcrumbs on my journey. As if I'm worried I'll get lost, tossing caution to the wind like a boss, often caught cross-eyed and offbeat, or flossing extra exhausted. Ah, sheesh, I'm awesome. 9 times out of 99 at least, it's flying time I write a rhyme or a speech to reach each person personally. I'm Stoney.
Well, yeah, Tim in the house. That dude gave me an idea feel. He had idea. I think his the ending of his bars and maybe his rhyme scheme gave me a very idea feeling. RIPEYE. Why can't I say that shit?
What you're listening to are musicians performing psychedelic music under the influence of a mind-altering chemical called LSD.
Oh, is that what I'm listening to?
Undulating to music
Okay, that says a lot. That's why the mixing didn't matter to them. Eat this piece. Okay, so I've never done acid, but acid's on a piece of paper, right? It's a blot on a piece of paper, right? So that's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about doing acid. Eat this piece of paper. That's what he's talking about, right? Okay, I'm on it. Yeah, actually, it's one of them. I gotta get back in the Always Sunny. Actually, that is a funny ass scene when they. That's when they had the timeshare, right? Good, good.
Trying to be free. If I eat this piece of paper, will I finally be me? If there was time, would we be flat and not be blinded by greed? If in this round we get our rocks off cause it's mind over meat? No cap, I should have been a Scorpio. Rabbit hole, of course we go. Fellas out here dousing for some okie doke. I could have sworn this car was blue. I didn't realize, and I'm sorry, I've been staring at you weird for the last half hour. At least one among us must remain rational. No shit, not crying, just passionate. No quit till House of Pancakes International. Now that we at the center of the circus's left ventricle, I'm taking 3 days PTO to eat some vegetables.
Now that we had the center of the circle's left ventricle, what is that?
No quit till House of Pancakes International. Now that we at the center of the circus's left ventricle, I'm taking 3 days PTO to eat some vegetables.
So the last guy's mix wasn't that bad. His vocals stood out a lot more. He's probably the guy that actually produced it, so he stayed a little bit sober. That was Stoney. So that was Safrez featuring Oblio and Sign One Stoney. That's so weird. Look at the way they laid it out here. Like Safrez, Dren, ID Obelisk, Oblio, Sign One, Dren, Sign One. What? They're different. I could clearly tell that. That was cool. Shout out Tamara. Shout out Tamara, aka Gorlami. Yeah, I ain't have nothing wrong with that. There was nothing wrong with that. That had me grooving the whole time, even with the mixing quality being what it was. And I enjoyed each verse. Yeah. I could definitely hear more from these individuals. So this is Safrez's song. Oblio and Sign. Where are these people from? Who are these people? Is this fairly new music? This is fairly new music. Okay. Let's dive down this rabbit hole if we so please. You're on the Patreon list, so just add more of this stuff because this was enough up my alley lyrically wise that I think I could be interested in hearing more. I want to make a firm decision. All right, send that one.
Okay, this is bullshit. Mose was an asshole. Mose was a petty, immature, selfish man. Oh, he was good at one thing. That's bringing the worst out of everybody he met.
Yeah! And that nigga owe me $5.